Yes, I started the war in Ukraine and Russia.
Did you get that?
Would you rather a democratically elected Joe Biden for a second term or a dictator Trump?
Dictator Trump.
Probably have 12 viewers on your gay little channel. Why are you here, you little...
Ooh. Many of you have been asking for this, so here it is. The beginning of my journey in politics was going to Trump rallies and having wild conversations with Trump supporters, so it was time to go back to my roots, and in this case, that meant traveling to Racine, Wisconsin. Despite Trump trying to hold on to power despite losing an election, being a convicted felon, a civilly liable rapist, and all-around bad guy, some people support Trump stronger than ever. In 2016, he won, but he said the popular vote was rigged against him, and he should have won the popular vote. Then in 2020, he said the 2020 election was rigged. Then he said every single of the 60-plus court cases that determined the election was legitimate, all of those were rigged. And then his criminal case in Florida, his criminal case in D.C., his criminal case in Manhattan, his criminal case in Georgia, they're all rigged. And then his civil case where he was found to have sexually abused a woman, rigged. And then his fraud case where he was found to have engaged in business fraud, rigged. That seems a little cray. Maybe he just keeps doing bad stuff.
No, I don't think so. No. So you guys are young. You're like no.
I got the brain of an older man.
Well, congratulations, but no, it's not.
Trump's threat to democracy. What do you say if someone were to confront you and say, he tried to hold on to power even though he lost an election, he called for the termination of the Constitution, he said that the media outlets should be gone down hard by the government, etc. What do you say to that?
It should, because there's a lot of lies just spreading in the government, like with the media.
But the First Amendment says the government shouldn't go after media outlets.
It depends on what the media outlet is doing.
Would you, you know how, again, people say that Trump wants to be a dictator? I'm sure you disagree with that, right?
He can be.
He can be a dictator?
Yeah.
Would you rather a democratically elected Joe Biden for a second term or a dictator Trump?
Dictator Trump.
It horrifies me that a lot of people agree with you here. They'd rather torch the Constitution, torch our democratic process just because they love Trump so much.
Well, this is a thought I have. You know how they arrested people on January 6th for, going to the White House?
Like assaulting police officers, yeah.
Well, just for going there, people were getting arrested. And they shouldn't be, because it does say in the Constitution that if we, as people, feel that the government's not following the Constitution, we can overthrow the government.
Peacefully. It doesn't say that in the Constitution.
That's what it means.
That's what it means. Okay, which part means that?
I have to find it somewhere.
Trump literally called for the termination of the Constitution. Quote, a massive fraud of this type of magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, or articles, even those found in the Constitution. Do you see now that, okay, you like these issues, but not the foundation of our entire process?
I may disagree with what you say, but I'll defend with my life your right to say it. And when did
Agreed.
they give that up?
I agree with you.
But they've given that up.
Well, Trump, you're right, has given that up.
No, the Democratic...
Did you know that Trump posted on Truth Social that the government should come down hard on MSNBC? Why does he want that? Because they say things he disagrees with. That's anti-constitutional.
So let's say this. So MSNBC, right? MSNBC and
Their free speech.
Let me start. Let's start with Chuck Schumer, right? Senate, right? Senate Speaker, right? That's when the Democrats were in charge. He wanted to shut down Fox News.
False.
So no, it's true.
It's false.
Oh, okay. He wanted to shut down Tucker Carlson. And
That's also false. He was saying
Misinformation.
the private company should make a private decision about not employing this lunatic. Trump is saying the government should come down hard. Don't do that. Don't lose your credibility with me as a man that seems respectful.
I know you're a kid. You guys are really young, right? I've been around.
So
I've seen some of the things that you guys
been around for quite some time.
Yeah, I've been to 37 countries.
Were you moved at all that he was convicted of the crime? 34 felonies?
I just haven't paid attention to any of it, honestly.
Politicians are politicians. They do a lot of crooked stuff.
Trump did crooked things?
No, you know what? What Trump has been accused of is basically there was a witch hunt on Trump.
I'm Law and Order too, and so they should stay on their side legally.
Is it Law and Order with the felon in there?
He's not a felon.
He's a convicted felon.
Such a scam. That's such a scam. They went over him, named the 34 counts he was found guilty of.
Falsification of business records 34 times.
34 times.
It was 34 times.
And if it's like a sexual crime, it's not murder, like what the Kennedys have been accused of, and they got away with it.
Wait. Okay, let's just go down to the... Let's back it up.
Let's back it up.
And let's first say you agree it's not 100% logical if I were accused of kidnapping to say to the police, well, at least I didn't murder them. That's not good.
No.
So let's not do whataboutism.
No, I'm just. Yeah, go Trump. You know what? I just think it's a real joke, I mean, no, first of all, another thing that I like what Trump did is that he said he was for the American people.
Biden says he's for the American people.
Oh, really?
Rigged or legitimate, okay? The 2020 election results.
Rigged.
The first indictment in Manhattan. That's now a conviction.
Oh, the misdemeanor that they strapped to a state.
Just rigged or legitimate?
Rigged.
Okay. The classified documents case.
Rigged.
The indictment related to election interference that's a federal case.
Rigged.
The indictment related to the election interference that's a state case.
Rigged.
The civil case where he was found to have sexually abused a woman.
They said he sexually assaulted a woman, and it was beyond the statute of limitations, and she didn't.
Not in civil cases.
Oh, and it was. They had
So rigged, okay.
rigged.
And then the business fraud case.
rigged.
So you really, in the party of personal responsibility, are willing to say every single example of Trump being held accountable for his actions is just a conspiracy against him?
Yeah.
That really seems more logical to you
yeah,
than
it
maybe he's a bad guy who keeps breaking the law.
No, so here's my thing: is why is it with Trump everything seems to fall against him? Everything. If it's 50-50, oh look, this just happened. Look, Russia.
What?
Let's talk about Russia.
Russia, my rear end. He tried to block the peaceful transfer of power. That's what he's being prosecuted for, right? He said the election was stolen, and then he used that to justify trying to get fraudulent electors so that he could stay in power instead of Biden coming to office. And he called officials trying to get them to overturn their election results. How do we have these debates? How do we have policy conversations if one of the candidates is not accepting our results and trying to block the peaceful transfer of power?
You got a good point there. How do we trust any of it is a good question.
You know
What are your thoughts on January 6th?
Excuse me?
Tell me about your feelings about January 6th.
Oh, I think that was a total joke. I think, I understand why people raided the White House. You know what? I understand.
What?
Yeah.
What's your name? First name? Just so I can scream it dramatically.
Lisa.
Lisa!
Yeah, why?
What? You are okay with people assaulting police officers?
Really mad.
Raiding the...
No, not assaulting police officers.
Now
No,
Trump is calling those people hostages. Come on.
You know what? You don't understand the frustrations of the American people.
I'm an American person with frustrations,
Really?
Lisa.
How old are you?
I'm as old as you need me to be. One of the things I enjoy about having these conversations is we can disagree severely and I can confront their views, but it can stay civil. Well, it doesn't always go that way.
Stormy Daniels? You're with Stormy Daniels? You believe everything the media says? Are you an idiot?
That's a strange response
you
to what I
an
said.
idiot?
I'm asking you. I
Are
want you
you
to
an
teach me.
idiot?
I'm an idiot. I want you to teach me.
I don't think you're capable of being taught.
So tell me, is there a two-tier justice system?
Is there a two-tier justice system? Does a bear poop in the woods? Is there a two-tier?
So
What's your
presumably,
IQ
so
level?
presumably,
Is there a two-tier justice
so-
system? Does
so
the
presumably-
sun come out in
so
the morning?
presumably-
Is the lake?
I'm walking you down a
hold on,
path.
One more, and then you. Is Lake Michigan wet?
that would mean that Biden presumably is weaponizing the justice system to benefit himself, right?
Oh my gosh, that's the smartest thing you've said since you talked to me.
Awesome. So then he's weaponizing it against his own son because his own son was just convicted.
Oh, he was convicted of little charges.
They could send him to prison for years.
Oh, could they? See, they're going to use that and say, look, the justice system is legitimate because Hunter was found
And
guilty.
then what about a
And
Democrat?
you're
What
dumb
about
enough to fall
what-
for that shit?
What about Democratic?
Look at this guy's not a reporter. He's an argumentative opinion editorial.
And what would that make you?
Probably have 12 viewers on your gay little channel. You're probably a homosexual yourself. You should probably go hang out with the rest of the Democrats. Why are you here, you little bitch?
Ooh.
Hey, what? How about 10% to the big guy? 10% to the big guy. 10% to the big guy. In the emails, it says 10% to the big guy, and the big guy is, of course, Joe Biden, and the emails were sent to Hunter. The emails were sent to Hunter, and they say 10% to the big guy.
So the best thing you have against Biden is something
Go
that's
back to your 12 followers on YouTube. You act like you have a thing here. You're a nobody.
Loser, liberal, homo.
one of the things that has confused me about going to these rallies time and time again is the phenomenon that the people who support Trump the most so often know the least about him.
Most voting population isn't researching very deeply into most topics, even ones they pronounce to or profess to care about.
The falsification of business records had nothing to do with him already being president.
Right, which are... I don't know enough about that one to go through it exactly, but
And what motivates your support of Trump?
Well, some of the things that he did back in 2016 to 2020. I mean, he did some fantastic stuff for this country. And close the borders off, build the wall, take care of Putin, take care of Xi over there in China, take care of the little Korean guy over there shooting the rockets off, the missiles off.
And by take care,
all of that.
But you kind of like how much he loves them.
Loves who?
Xi Jinping, the people we're mentioning, Kim Jong Un.
Xi Jinping.
Oh, he loves Xi Jinping.
John is great, and Xi is a great gentleman. He's now president for life. No, he's great. Hey, look, he was able to do that. I think it's great. Maybe we'll have to give that a shot someday. And he treated us tremendously well when I went over there.
Well, that's your opinion, Senator.
Okay.
We're all done with the interview, okay?
What? Okay. Quick.
He's never been to Epstein Island. And
he did appear on Epstein's flight logs like 7 times, right?
Yeah, but...
Leonardo III, can I take this? Please?
I kind of want to hold it.
All right. So what I want to explain to you is that I'm a hostage by the United States of America, Russia, and China right now. Yes, I started the war in Ukraine and Russia.
So what's this like vibe?
Did you get that? Yes or no?
What do you think of Marjorie Taylor Greene?
I don't even know who the hell that is.
You don't know Marjorie Taylor Greene or what?
I don't even care.
Okay,
I don't even care because I don't even like anything about Biden. I don't.
Do you know Carrie Lake? Do you like her? I love her. Okay. So I heard her say something to the effect of COVID was started to hurt him in the election.
Oh, 100%.
What? Why?
Because he, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, everyone is so afraid of him because we have so much corruption going on in our country.
I'm not trying to make this a hostile interview, okay? So you can cut me off, you can say, but let me just say, the person who's been accused of the most corruption in a court of law has been him, right?
From a liberal standpoint, yes. But come on, it's all a sham. It's 100% a sham.
We found out that
You're part of
a bunch of
wait,
people.
Let me just say this.
All right.
You're repping for
You know
a
what?
party that hates the United States.
What?
You should be
I
ashamed
love
of
the
yourself.
United States.
You guys hate you guys, the Democrats
So
are
okay,
the worst
okay.
thing to happen to the United
You're right
States
because don't you
Civil
agree?
War.
Don't you agree? You might hate America.
I think the Democrats hate America.
No, if you hate the Constitution.
Yeah, they hate
Right?
the Constitution.
Okay, so who said a massive fraud of this type magnitude allows for the termination of all rules, regulations, and articles, even those found in the Constitution? Who said that, sir?
Joe Biden said that. Joe Biden said the Constitution is not. Is not.
Is that Trump's
perfect.
Truth Social or Biden's?
I don't know.
Does character matter in your leaders?
Character, yeah, and that's why we love Trump, because he's awesome.
He has high character?
Absolutely.
He was found liable of sexual abuse in a civil trial? So I see that you're repping women for Trump.
Yeah.
And you feel qualified to represent that because came out of a woman, you know women.
I just really appreciate women. I appreciate women that appreciate Trump. And
Do you find it important for Trump to appreciate and respect women?
absolutely, yes.
Do you know where this is going?
I do.
Go there for me.
Grab her by the
Okay, it gets even worse. You know he was found liable for sexual abuse in a civil trial?
I really don't go into the trials as far as the indictments.
Trump in a civil trial somewhat recently was found to have raped a woman.
Don't know about that, and I
Really?
no.
One of the reasons almost every Trump supporter cites for still supporting Trump despite everything is the border. But I tried to express to them that even on that issue, he's wrong. Let's say the border.
No.
Let's say the
stop
border.
interrupting me. Trump said, let's take care of our American homeless first. Let's take care of our American people first. That was his campaign when he first became president. Let's take care of our American people. Why do people keep forgetting about that?
But I think people
And
know.
that's what he
I
was
think
doing.
people know.
And then he said,
Now I
"Let's
get to go,
open the
but I have to go at some
border."
point,
Well, you
right?
know what? You know
I have
what?
to
You're
go at
not
some
paying
point.
attention.
You're talking, then I get to talk, right?
No, I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Why weren't you paying attention when Trump?
I was
first
paying attention
president?
so much. That's why I don't like him, because I was paying attention.
Oh my God!
But can I say something?
He put up the wall
Can I
for a
please
reason. Why?
say
You're
something?
American.
Can I say something?
Hey, how
I
would
also
you like
think
if your family was homeless?
it seems to be the case that Democrats disproportionately want to invest in
Oh
issues
my
like
God,
homelessness.
this is like the most
but,
ridiculous
but
conversation.
let's
It's
just.
so common
Do you
sense.
notice how I paused when you said I was interrupting? Now you're not pausing whenever you're interrupting.
Okay, but you're
so
not
let me go.
letting me finish.
But you brought up the border, and I'm just curious, does it bother you that Trump got Republicans in Congress to shoot down this once-in-a-generation border security bill that would have invested in preventing people unlawfully entering the country and making it only more lawful?
I don't think Trump was shooting it down. He was.
Oh, he said blame me. He said blame me for shooting that down.
No, he didn't say that. He was trying
Play
to
the clip.
control it.
And I'll fight it all the way. I notice a lot of the senators are trying to say respectfully they're blaming it on me. I said, that's okay. Please blame it on me. Please.
Why are you here to support Trump?
Oh, because we need to close our borders.
Okay. Does it bother you that he shot down a border security bill?
No,
No.
no,
Even though it was more strong than anything that he got while he was president?
no.
I remember one thing he said.
What? You went into some sort of love coma?
Yeah.
get that.
Inflation stops the invasion.
Inflation stops the invasion. Does it bother you that he got Republicans in Congress to shoot down that really good border security bill?
I'm mad that Biden did.
One of the things that bothered me was that he got Republicans to hurt Biden politically to block this bill that was going to invest in all that stuff, border security, asylum process.
What I've read, it was Biden that didn't want the border, and that's why he cut the pipeline and said no to all of that.
Okay, maybe we'll agree to disagree on that one. I'm a.
Didn't put words to it because
You agree?
I'm so angry with what's going on.
One of the ways for us to help bridge the divide is to be very objective, right? Let's focus on the stats. And the stats show that crime has been plummeting under President Joe Biden. And now,
getting in trouble. Nobody gets in trouble.
but they also have surveys that perfectly align when you just individually survey Americans how many have been involved in a crime. It matches with the crime data that police departments are collecting. And I actually think our police officers are doing great work arresting people.
It's not the police officers.
And Biden has overseen.
It's the lawyers and it's the government allowing all this shit to happen. That's what the problem is.
They're not.
There's videos of a Target where people can't even shop in a Target. They can't walk.
Shoplifting is actually lower than it was during the Trump administration right now. I know, but they blow it out of proportion. They play videos. They could always play videos. It's the point. It's the Fox Newsification of your information, even if you don't watch that in particular. But if we look at just the stats, then we can have a more level-headed conversation. Let's not be feelings. Let's be facts.
His belief in Jesus and his Christian beliefs, and I mean, that's my biggest reason.
Trump seems a little bit anti-Jesus, I gotta say. Yeah. Like being found to have sexually abused a woman in a civil trial.
Oh my God.
Oh God. There was a jury. Everything's a sham.
It's getting bad, I know.
Oh my God. They literally. Oh my God. I know.
Okay. I wanted to talk about crime stats. How is that twisting anything? That's not twisting.
How bad is our crime?
Huh?
How bad is our crime?
Very, very bad. You know, it's gotten crazy around.
It's plummeted. It just is, but I don't know how to communicate that other than saying that.
Where are you getting your information from? There you go.
The FBI crime statistics, the same ones that Trump would cite whenever he said crime was low under him.
The reason crime's going down because most of the cities are not reporting their crime to the FBI anymore.
But I explained that.
That's a proven fact.
Yeah, it's not. They have victim surveys they do, so you can just survey a population and see if it aligns with the crime stats.
I don't really believe what they're saying anymore. None of us.
I don't believe in what they are saying. I believe in the actual data that's gathered by good police officers around here.
But the data is not being sent. It's not being reported.
But you're just pulling that out of here.
I'm not just pulling that out.
Give me a piece of evidence that proves that data is being falsified. The evidence is the crime stats. You're saying that those are falsified, so now you have the burden of proof.
It's a fact. I don't know how to. I don't have it with me, but everybody knows that they talk about it. They're not reporting their crimes.
When Biden came into office, oh hi everybody. When Biden came into office, everything was in the pooper, we'll say, to keep it clean, right? The pandemic was raging. Our economy had collapsed. Crime was spiking. Largest homicide rate spike in history in the United States happened in 2020 at the end of Trump's administration, but it was because of the pandemic. I don't blame him. And then what happened? Biden came into office. The U.S. economy has outpaced every other developed country in its recovery from the pandemic. Crime is plummeting at record, or not record, but pretty historic rates. That's a country that's getting better, and I believe in America in our recovery because I'm patriotic.
All the burnings and everything that happened there. How come they don't talk?
Oh, the mechanical, baby. Law and order. The people who burned down the stuff. They were, though.
No, they weren't.
So, why choose Biden? What are the morals that you back Biden for versus Trump?
Oh, I do value basic character and a dedication to democracy. So the fact that Trump tried to end our democratic process by holding on to power despite losing is game over for me. And the fact that he said the Constitution should be terminated because of his election lies, game over for me. And so Biden values democracy. And then Biden's been one of the most effective presidents in decades with his Inflation Reduction Act, the CHIPS and Science Act, the PACT Act, the infrastructure law, which was huge. Trump said he was going to do that. He didn't. Lowering prescription drug costs, the economic recovery that crushed other countries, crime plummeting. All those things are good. And Biden, thank you, that Biden is in part responsible for. So someone who's good for the economy, good for crime, good for basic kitchen table issues, and has high character or higher character than Trump, and cares about democracy, that's an easy choice for me. And after being thoroughly shocked by what we'd experienced throughout the day, we got ourselves out of there and went home. If you appreciate the work that went into that video and you enjoyed it, we would greatly appreciate you clicking that subscribe button. Easy, free, but makes a huge difference. And then if you're thinking that's not enough, I gotta go a step further. There is a step further. It's clicking the join button below, which gives you access to the members only content like the daily extra episode of the show that we do. Thank you so much.